The road we're on is paved in Garth.
Come along on the journey
as we explore
Garthology.
Think of it more as a conversation. I like that. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin. Shoutout!
Hey everyone, it's Deb.
And I'm Pete.
Welcome back to another episode of Garthology. Unfortunately, Jess was not available to record today, so it's just Pete and I. And in today's episode, we are looking back a little bit. We recently spent 5 episodes creating what we each felt were our perfect Ultimate Garth albums. We strategized, we had backup picks for our backup picks, and there may have been just a little bit emotional trauma involved.
Especially when you didn't get to go first and the song that you really wanted was up to be grabbed because somebody else could take that song. I'm telling you, there was a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughter. There was a lot of nerves like, oh gosh, what are we going to do? But all in all, it was great. And my album was the best and everybody agreed to that. It's awesome.
Not true. I do have still a little bit of agony over the whole thing. And it may or may not be because Pete took the Thunder Rolls from me.
I did.
It absolutely is because Pete took the Thunder Rolls from me.
It happened. There was an album without the Thunder Rolls on it. Actually, it was just surprising. There was 2 albums without the Thunder Rolls on it. You were just neither one of you.
Mine was one of them, and it wasn't supposed to be.
True.
But after we finally finished building our Ultimate Garth albums, we decided there was really only one thing left to do. So we handed the whole thing over to the Garthology listeners. And today, Pete and I are officially out of the draft business. There are no steals. There's no round robin today. Nobody has to panic because somebody took the Thunder Rolls before they could get it. Today, we are looking at your Ultimate Garth albums.
And I'm telling you, looking at some of these, there were some really good albums. Like I was looking at some like, how in the world did that song not make my album? Like there's some good ones out here.
Right? There really are. And I love that all of them are so different from ours and different from each other's. I just love that.
Yeah, it's great because they are all different in different ways, and everybody has their different reasoning for songs that mean different things or where they would put them or whatever. So it's crazy how many different albums can be made from Garth fans that are completely different than one another. Maybe a couple different songs, but they're there for different reasons or whatever the case may be. Just awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
So we are going to go through the albums that you submitted, talk about the songs that maybe jumped out at us. We may even question a few of your decisions. And by the end, I think we're going to find out which songs Garthology listeners apparently believe just have to be on the Ultimate Garth Brooks album. So let's get to it. We are starting our list with Josh Brown's album. Josh followed our categories perfectly. His album is wait, why is that funny?
Because he put the Thunder Rolls on it right away. It's the very first song.
That's true.
So good.
See, that's hilarious. The one I missed out on. Opening track, the Thunder Rolls.
That's awesome.
Josh's hit single was Friends in Low Places. Absolutely perfect placement.
So good.
Cover song, Hard Luck Woman, which was also Jess's cover song. Yep. She loves that song. His deep cut was When There's No One Around.
Wow.
I did not think of that one. That's a great one. Yep. His ballad, now he kind of went off track a little here, and you'll find some other people did it too.
Yep.
For his ballad, he put Lost in You from Chris Gaines. So we didn't limit it to just Garth, and technically Chris Gaines is Garth, so it works.
Well, I mean, truth be told, right? Hard Luck Woman isn't Garth either. I mean, Garth may have sung it.
Well, it's a cover.
But it's a cover, sure. And, Garth still sang Lost in You. He just did it under the Chris Gaines thing. And I'll be honest, I'm surprised that Jess didn't try to pull that little trick.
Right, because she didn't put any Chris Gaines in there.
Nope.
All right, for Josh's high energy song, he picked Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up. Great song.
Yep.
His story song is Cowboy Bill.
See, gosh, dang.
Such a great song.
Such a good song. Never, like when I was researching and I was looking around and stuff like that, one song that it didn't come up, looking at that song now and listening, knowing the lyrics to it, that could have been a big contender, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a great story. Yeah. For underrated song, Josh put She's Tired of Boys. That's a fantastic song. I love that so much. For his wild card pick, he picked Another Man's Sky. And for his closing track, oh yeah, Pete, he got yours, The Dance.
Because this man, his album is almost as good as mine. I'm telling you, it's just because of that one song alone. And he got the Thunder Rolls on it. What a fantastic album. Like that the wild card, Another Man's Sky, I can't tell you the last time I heard that song. And now I'm going to go back and listen to it. Just unbelievable. Great picks, Josh. Well done.
Yeah, he really did a great job. He covered all of the giants. I love that. But then I also love a lot of his choices in between. The When There's No One Around as the deep cut, the Cowboy Bill for the story song. Those are such great picks. I love that.
Yeah.
And
really
when he originally posted it, the one that really jumped out at me was She's Tired of Boys for underrated song. And because of that, I actually commented in our Garthology Facebook page because I love that song. I thought it was a perfect pick for that spot. So I tagged the songwriter of She's Tired of Boys, Amanda Colleen Williams, in my comment. And she was kind enough to comment back.
Yeah,
and that
awesome.
Just made my heart so happy. She thought it was super sweet that Josh picked her song and thanked us for including her in it so that she got to see it. So that just made my day. So thank you, Amanda. That was awesome.
For sure. And obviously from there, it just shows Josh, he did real well picking these choices. I mean, when you get a songwriter to comment back on it, you did something right there. So well done, my man. Well done.
Right. Agreed. And that's Amanda Colleen Williams, who is the daughter of Kim Williams. Kim Williams is huge in Garth Brooks's world. So well done, Josh. You did well.
Very well done, my man.
All right. We are going to move on to our next listener submission. And that one comes from Pete Brunker. And his picks were number 1, The Old Stuff. Number 2, Two of a Kind, Working on a Full House. Number 3, Sweet Baby James.
Such a good song.
God, I love that song.
As much as the song Sweet Baby James means to Garth Brooks, it was weird that it's crazy it didn't show up on one of our albums. But
right?
perfect spot.
Another one of those. Yep.
Another one of them.
Number 4 is What You Gonna Do with a Cowboy.
Great.
Number 5, What She's Doing Now. Such a great song.
Such a good song.
Number 6, Callin' Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Number 7, The Cowboy Song.
Great.
Number 8, Wrapped Up in You. Now, here's another one where Pete kind of veered off again. Number 9, he went with Main Street from Chris Gaines. And number 10, The River, which, God, I love that song. So on that one, when he posted that, I immediately commented on The Old Stuff because I love that as an opening track. Mm-hmm. For me, it just feels like you're opening an album by saying, let's go all the way back to the beginning. And I just think that's a great way for a Garth Brooks album to start. That song covers his entire history. So that just thrilled me. I loved that pick.
Yeah. Another great album. And you're right. That does go all the way back. But crazy thing is Pete here had nobody to contend with and he didn't put the dance on his album. And that's surprising to me. I for some reason, the dance would be one song that would make it to anybody and everybody's album if somebody like myself didn't take it first. But yeah, I guess great album. And again, another Chris Gaines song.
Yeah, you have Chris Gaines represented. Mm-hmm. You've got Sweet Baby James, which I love. You've got the Cowboy song, great song. Story song. Yep. And then you close the entire thing with The River. The River. That's a good album.
Yeah. Talk about a way to just like the dance. You just bring it all down into the palm of your hand and just close it.
Yep. I love that. That was a great pick.
Yep.
And next we will move on. Our next submission was Jen Tyler. And Jen's opening track was We Shall Be Free. Her hit single was Two of a Kind, Working on a Full House. Cover song, To Make You Feel My Love. Deep cut, Burning Bridges.
Such a great song.
I never would have thought of that.
Yep.
For ballads, she picked If Tomorrow Never Comes.
Love it.
Love that song so much. For high energy, she picked Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up. That's a common one there in that spot. That's a really good one there.
That could get anybody going.
Yeah. For story song, I thought it was funny. She picked That Summer because there are some people that don't like the story in That Summer. So I thought that was a great spot for that. For underrated song, she picked More Than a Memory.
Fantastic choice. Fantastic
I love
choice.
it. And it's true. Totally underrated.
Yeah.
For wild card pick, Jen picked What She's Doing Now. And for closing track, The Dance.
Love it.
That's a common spot for that, for sure.
I mean, think about it. He closes every live show with The Dance.
Yeah, true. Before the encore.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. He says what he has to say about the show in that city, what it means to him. And he's, as long as you and I've been seeing shows, I've remembered it that way. So,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And for hers, for Jen's, I immediately commented on the We Shall Be Free as the opener. I love that as an opener and to finish an album. I love that in both spots.
Shows how versatile that song could be on an album.
Yeah, true.
You could throw it in the middle. High, high energy or not high energy, but a story song or somewhere right there in the middle. And it would work great.
Yeah. And Jen came back and said that might be her favorite Garth track of all time.
Wow.
Which, I thought, well, I mean, that wouldn't be my favorite. There's a couple that beat it out for me, but I love it.
Sure.
But I think this makes a point like what you made earlier. And it makes me like her choice there. And it reveals something about her, which is what you said earlier, is these songs, we can pick the same songs, we can pick different songs. They all mean something to us personally.
Yep. Yeah.
So sometimes you're constructing the perfect album, and sometimes you're just saying, no, this song means something to me, and I'm putting it wherever I want it.
Yeah. And that's my choice because it's my album.
Yeah, and then you got that back half of her album, That Summer, More Than a Memory, What She's Doing Now, and The Dance.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a strong ending there.
Strong. I mean, you look at the beginning, right? We Shall Be Free, Two of a Kind, make you feel like, I mean, there's peaks and valleys on this album as far as energy and stuff like that. And then she just comes in with That Summer and closes it out. And it's just a done deal.
Bam, bam, bam.
Fantastic choices there.
Yep, really great, Jen. Okay, we're going to move on to Doug Everly. He started also, his opening track was We Shall Be Free.
Wow.
And again, love that pick. His hit single, though, this surprised me, The Dance. He didn't close the album out with it.
That is surprising.
And Lord knows that is a hit single for dang sure.
Yes.
So for his cover, he did Shameless, which a lot of people forget. That is a cover song. His deep cut was Which One of Them? For his ballad, he picked This Ain't Tennessee.
Such a good choice.
Right? I wouldn't have even thought of it.
Now I want to go back and listen to it. Look, I'm going to have to go back and listen to all of these songs because of these people.
It's true. For high energy, Doug picked Friends in Low Places.
Fantastic.
Great spot for that song.
Fantastic spot.
For story song, he picked In Lonesome Dove, which we talked about this during our recording.
Yep.
That's a perfect story song. It's so good.
Yep.
For underrated song, he picked The Storm. And we've talked about that song before. I don't know if you remember this, but I think that's the perfect follow-up to Thunder Rolls.
Yeah.
And I thought that is an underrated song. That's a good spot for it. It's a great song. It didn't get, I don't think, the attention it deserved. So well placed there, Doug, for sure.
Good job there.
His wild card pick, Doug picked Tacoma. Now that's a great song.
Such a good
and
pull
we
there.
didn't, I don't think any of us had that one. No.
I don't think it was a backup or an option or anything. No.
And then for his closing, he did Wolves.
This is such a great closing song.
Oh my gosh, that's
good.
such a, and it, I think I'd have to go back and look, but I think it's one of Garth's closing songs, wasn't it? the album that it was on, it was a closer.
May have been the
I'm
closer.
sure of it. Yeah.
That might have been, we all know
Yeah.
what he does with those closing songs, why he puts them there, and what it means to him. So I'd be interested to see what Doug and his reasoning for putting that as a closing song. If it's the same reason why Garth does it on his albums, that it means something special.
Means something to him. I know Jess can't hardly listen to that song because it just breaks her heart.
Breaks her. Yep.
Yeah. So when Doug posted this, I immediately zeroed in on those last three: The Storm, Tacoma, and Wolves. That's a great ending for an album. So
good.
Well done, Doug. That's a very Garth fan 3-song run, because those are not just songs everybody on earth knows. Those are some deep cuts. Those are songs where you look at another Garth fan and you go, oh, you know why I picked
you're
these
a
songs.
long time true listening fan. Like, you don't just listen to the hits off the album, what plays on the radio. You go through them all. Yeah.
And with Wolves, that's a great closer.
So good.
But it's interesting because it doesn't give you that giant finale. It kind of leaves you in that kind of quieter, reflective Garth space. And I think I'd have to type up really quick, but I'm not going to do that. I'm sure it ended one of Garth's albums too.
You're right about that song where the album just kind of comes to an end with Wolves. You're just kind of sitting there and you listen to it like, I just listened to it. I know what I just listened to, but holy moly, is that great.
Right. Kind of breaks your heart as it goes out the door. Aw. So now we're going to go on. Our next submission was Jacob Hurd, and he actually had some overlap with Doug, but there were some really interesting differences. So Jacob's opening number was Not Counting You, his hit song, The Dance, his cover song, Callin' Baton Rouge, his deep cut, Which One of Them, his ballad, This Ain't Tennessee. So that's an overlap with a previous one. And again, shocking that none of us picked that.
Yep.
His high energy, another one none of us picked, American Honky Tonk Bar Association. The story song, In Lonesome Dove, that's been picked, so that's not surprising. Underrated song, The Storm, again, great spot. Wild Card, Tacoma, and closing, Wolves.
Wow.
Right? Again. So I always forget, looking at his list, that Callin' Baton Rouge is a cover song. I always forget that.
When I just saw it, I kind of squinted like, why does he have that as a cover?
Yeah, the Oak Ridge Boys. They covered it first.
Wow.
So good job, Jacob. And I clearly agree with About Which One of Them, because that song is exactly why having a deep cut category made this challenge fun. Because, I mean, if we just said, pick your 10 favorite Garth songs, you get a lot of the classics, right?
Right.
But then you add in a category of deep cut, and that really makes someone think about it. And you get songs like Which One of Them or This Ain't Tennessee instead of just the top 10 hits.
Yeah. And that's cool because you get a lot of these different options. Like, to be honest, like Which One of Them wouldn't have been a song that I listened to regularly, but now knowing the song and being reminded of it, I want to go back and listen to it right now. Like a lot of these songs, like This Ain't Tennessee. I haven't heard This Ain't Tennessee in so long.
Exactly.
I haven't heard American Honky Tonk Bar Association in a long time, so great.
Yeah.
And The Storm, Tacoma, Wolves, all of them, all of them. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that Jacob and Doug before him all ended with the exact same three songs.
Yep.
The Storm, Tacoma, and Wolves.
Yep.
Like, that's shocking to me. So apparently they're listening to the exact same playlist, those two guys.
Absolutely. Or they're just comparing notes with one another. Hey, man, what do you think about
Oh, those are good songs.
Yeah, you're right. This guy knows what he's talking about.
That's funny. All right. Our next submission was sent in by Lisa Yunker, and Lisa went deep on her picks.
She sure did.
So her opening song is Not Counting You. Hit single, Ain't Going Down. Cover song was Guy Going Nowhere.
Wow.
Like, wow. I don't remember the last time I heard that song.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what would it sound like, Garth, singing it, to be honest with you, because it's been that long.
Yeah. Her deep cut was We Bury the Hatchet. I love that song. Haven't heard it in ages.
Such a good song.
Ballad was One Night a Day. That's a
Fantastic.
good song.
Fantastic ballad song.
High Energy, Squeeze Me In.
Squeeze Me
I
In.
love that song. That's a great song.
It's so good.
Perfect spot for that one too.
Wow.
Now her story song, this one,
Yeah.
I love a good
She
story
did go
song.
Deep. She went
But
really deep on this one.
man, oh, her story song that she picked, I Don't Have to Wonder. That song freaking breaks my heart every time I hear
Unbelievably
it.
good song.
Yeah. Underrated song she picked, Learning to Live Again.
Yeah.
Okay, that one is my almost all-time favorite.
Yep.
Wild Card, Mr. Blue. Haven't heard it in ages.
Nope.
And for her closing song, she did Tacoma, which not the closing song on the last two, but close.
But there you go in the last three.
Yeah. And I love that there were so many songs on her list that nobody else had picked thus far.
That's what I was just going to say. If she was in the or not the competition, but in the podcast with UI and Jess, there's not a lot of worry that she would have had to have with anybody else picking her songs. I mean, her songs, I don't think anybody would have been able to take any of them. She went all the way in. You're right.
Yeah.
Fantastic
And that
album.
storytelling in I Don't Have to Wonder, that's top notch, man.
Yep. Very, very good choice there. I mean, Squeeze Me In at High Energy, right? Bury the Hatchet, Deep Cut. Like, One Night a Day at the Ballot. So good. So many good ones.
So good. And then she puts Learning to Live Again in the underrated category. Like, yes. Y'all know how much I love that song. That's the song that Garth sang to me as my song request.
Yeah.
And the single best concert moment of my life ever.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And Mr. Blue as the wild card is exactly what a wild card pick should be.
Should be. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's
100%.
perfect. Again, that's why I love that we had categories, that we had these wild card picks or deep cuts, things where you really had to think about it. Because then you get songs like Mr. Blue and Tacoma, and that's just fantastic. So next we had Jeanann Goss. Now, Jeanann looked at our categories and basically said, that's cute, but I'm doing something totally different.
Definitely not following the script, and I'm not doing what you guys are doing. Watch this. Hold my beer.
Yeah. So now this may be the Garthology podcast, but Jeanann created an entire album of Garth and Trisha duets.
Love it. Because how many times have we talked about it?
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, it really was. And her songs, the songs she picked are the best ones.
So good.
So she picked Powerful Thing, In Another's Eyes, Golden Rings.
Oh, so good.
Oh, I love that song so
good.
much.
So good.
Old Flame, Whiskey to Wine. I love that song. Squeeze Me In Again. I freaking love that song so much.
Yeah.
Wild as the Wind. The Call.
The Call.
Ah, I love that song.
Yeah.
What Gave Me Away. And for her closer, she picked To Make You Feel My Love.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, Jeanann, she's just a lover of great music and great duet songs. And that's a perfect duet album right there. I'm glad that she went off topic and threw these songs out there because, I mean, like you said, Golden Rings, Old Flame, Whiskey to Wine, Squeeze Me In. This album's got it all. It's got everything.
Yeah. No, I love that too. And that's part of the reason why we wanted to get the listeners involved too. Because somebody will just take the rules, throw them out the window, and then create this amazing album that we didn't even think to put out as an option.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And then, you can turn around and now it can give us an idea to do something at a later time or whatever it may be. So we appreciate that effort.
Yep. I agree. Jeanann, I love that. So thank you for doing it. And it was a great idea. So next we will move on to our last submission, and this was sent in by Teri Brown. Teri didn't fill in all categories. Instead, we got songs that apparently are just non-negotiable. Like you're going to have a Garth Brooks album, these songs are going to be on them.
And if that's all that's there, I'm okay with that. We just play it repeat.
Right, exactly. So Teri picked The River, The Dance, Standing Outside the Fire, In Another's Eyes, Callin' Baton Rouge, and The Thunder Rolls. So I agree. If Garth's going to ever put out another Ultimate Garth album, those are 6 songs that should probably be on it.
Yep. Throw it on. You don't ever have to get up or walk away. You just listen to them straight through with the thing turned up to 10 plus on the volume. Rock out.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. I'm completely with you on this, Teri. That was a good, solid 6-song set. And I would listen to it on repeat.
Yep.
Okay, Pete. Looking at all these together, there are patterns. The dance keeps showing up, of course.
Yep.
Ain't Going Down keeps showing up, of course. We got multiple We Shall Be Free. Not Counting You got in there a couple of times. And then there are some songs that maybe aren't like gigantic household name Garth songs, but they keep appearing on these lists. Tacoma, The Storm, which one of them?
Yeah. I'm telling you, those songs there, the people that put them out there, those are Garth fans that have been around for a long time. And like I said earlier, they're not just sitting there listening to the hits, the songs that are, showing up and playing on radio, or songs that they're hearing at a live show or at a benefit concert or something that Garth's done over the years. These are people who sit at home and, back in the day, they listened to the cassette tapes and then the CDs and, however it is that most people got their music back then and nowadays, and they're listening to everything word for word, lyric for lyric, and they're finding a way for these songs like Tacoma to mean something to somebody, Wolves to be their closer, The Storm, which one of them? Like, they all have a meaning for them to make it to their albums. And it's different than, the reason why I put The Dance as my closer, or the reason, why somebody put Ain't Going Down, as a high energy song, or whatever it may be. I'd love to hear the stories behind these people picking these songs that are really not household Garth names. They're Garth songs, I'm sorry. God, I can't.
Yeah.
I would love to have those conversations.
I love that. I think that's my favorite thing about doing this whole series as a whole. Because, we've always said Garth's catalog is huge and it's so much bigger than maybe just the handful of songs that country music listeners know. If they're not big Garth fans, they're just country music fans, they know, 10 or 12 of his songs. But you start asking actual Garth fans to build an album of ultimate Garth songs, and suddenly you get Wolves and Learning to Live Again, She's Tired of Boys, Cowboy Bill, This Ain't Tennessee. That's the good stuff right there. That's what I come here for. Yeah. Perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, these are the fans who aren't jumping on a karaoke deal and singing, The Dance or the Thunder Rolls or Callin' Baton Rouge. These are the ones that are sitting there and they're just deep, right? Glass of whiskey, whatever it may be, sitting out, a little bit of moonshine or Coors Light, something like that, and just listening to the deep stuff, man. I love it.
Yeah, they know that catalog and they're in it.
Yep.
So we told everybody something when we posted and asked for your ultimate albums. We said after they submitted their albums, we would each pick our favorite. So Pete, now here we are. I don't want to pick one, but we promised. So now we've got to do it. So we're not picking individual songs. We have to look at the album as a whole, the sequencing, the choices, the surprises, how well they use the categories, and basically which album we'd grab if somebody handed us all of these and said, you can only listen to one. So you go first.
I've looked at them, and although I don't agree where The Dance ended up on the album, the fact that The Dance ended up on the album and the way that this gentleman finished in Lonesome Dove is one of my favorites. This Ain't Tennessee is a ballad. Deep cut, which one of them? And to finish it with The Storm, Tacoma, and Wolves, I'm going with Doug Everly. Doug Everly, you're my man. That's a great album. Congratulations on that. Fantastic from start to finish, man. Just so damn good.
Yeah, nice. That's a good pick. I looked hard at his. I really did, Doug. That's a good album. But I had to pick as my favorite submission, Jen Tyler's album. And here's why. I loved all of them. But I just think that Jen nailed each category so perfectly for me. She started with one of my favorites, We Shall Be Free.
Yeah.
She ended with my favorite, The Dance.
Yeah.
And there were just so many great ones in between. And I just think the album as a whole was so well-rounded. So thank you, Jen. I'm going to make a playlist of just those 10 songs, and I will be listening to it until Amazon Music asks me to please stop.
Stop. Yeah. And I'll let you know, for a first place prize for the person who wants to break the rules and do her own thing. Jeanann, well done on your album. I'll pick that one for the rule breaker.
Yeah, there you go. I'm with you
rules.
there.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm with you there. I agree.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, this was way harder than I expected it to be. I poured over those albums. I could not decide because they were so good. So seriously.
That last 3 runs on Doug Everly's, with Tacoma, and just kept going back to those. Like I said, I don't know. The Dance means so much to me that if the Dance was not on the album at all, I don't know that I would have picked it. But the fact that he put it on there and then closed the album like that album, the way that he closed that album was phenomenal. I mean, and This Ain't Tennessee, that's just so good. Some of those deep cuts, really, really well done, in my opinion.
Yep. All right. Well, I am sincerely sending out thank yous to Josh Brown, Pete Brunker, Jen Tyler, Doug Everly, Jacob Hurd, Lisa Yunker, Jeanann Goss, and Teri Brown for playing along with us.
Yeah,
this
awesome.
was so much fun. We appreciate you so much. And thank you to everybody who followed this entire Ultimate Garth Draft series. When we started this, it was just supposed to be a fun way for the 3 of us to argue about Garth songs.
Listen, we accomplished it. Like, we did get that done. We definitely did.
But then seeing everybody else start debating the same categories, defending their deep cuts, finding places for Chris Gaines songs.
Which Jess is going to love. Jess is going to love that.
She is going to love that. That's true. And then you get the rule breaker, Jeanann coming in and throwing a Garth and Trish album in it. For me, that's what made it fun, because then there really isn't just one Ultimate Garth Brooks album. There's yours, and there's mine, and there's Jess's, and there's Teri's, and there's Pete's, and Josh's, and Jen's. And I love that. I love that we get to see these snapshots of how everybody feels about Garth songs, and every one of them tells you just a little something about that Garth fan who made it.
Exactly. And again, I know I said it earlier, but another thing to kind of put this, like you said, no one Garth album for anybody, Ultimate Garth album, is going to be the same for one another. It does give us a little bit of insight to the Garthologist and the Garth Brooks fan and the reasons why they pick them. But at the same time, every album gives somebody like you or me or Jess or the person listening to the podcast driving down the freeway somewhere another reason to go back and listen to a song that may not have come up on their album, right? Mm-hmm. The This Ain't Tennessee and Wolves and Tacoma. Somebody could have forgot about those songs, or maybe not forgot about them, but, or we could be discussing these songs and these deep cuts and these songs that take these longtime listeners and these longtime fans to maybe some newer fans, the newer generation fans that didn't get into those old songs from back in the day. And now these youngsters are going to be able to go in and listen to some of these deep cuts and these new songs, and they might find a reason for Wolves to become their favorite, to go into their closing spot. And that's what's awesome about this whole thing. Again, this series turned out to be so much more than what we expected it to be, and that's awesome. That's what it's all about. That's so good.
Yeah, I agree. And if you're out there listening right now and you're thinking, wait, you didn't hear my Ultimate Garth album, and you have songs that no one else picked, and you want to tell us what categories they fall in, you know what to do. Just post it on our Facebook page, because I'm telling you, we can talk about Garth Brooks songs forever, and we'd both be perfectly okay with that.
One of the reasons why we started the podcast. So if this goes on until the day they put a tag on my toe, I'm
there. So until next time, keep celebrating this music we all love, and we'll see you next time on Garthology. Have you checked out our website at garthology.com yet? If not, stop by today and check out all of our past episodes. And remember to subscribe to our podcast on your podcast platform of choice so that you never miss an episode. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, it's been a really long time since our last review. So if you get the chance, please stop by and hit that 5-star button if you like what you hear, and then write up a quick review that encourages others to listen. Finally, share our podcast with every Garth fan you know. That way you can help your friends in low places become Garthologists too.
Yeah, and speaking of friends in low places, if you guys are on social media, so are we. If you are on Facebook, we are at facebook.com/GarthologyCast. If you are on Instagram, X, TikTok, or Threads, we are at GarthologyCast there. Please continue to like, share, tweet, retweet, comment, drop your album ideas, any kind of show ideas or anything there. Direct message us, whatever it is. We appreciate the support, of course, for the podcast and on our social medias. Continue to do it because we would love to continue to interact with you guys.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Garthology. And I'm Deb.
I'm Pete. And Jess is not here, and neither is Bo. So
we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. And remember, love will always win. That was funny.
Finish it! Finish it!
Bloopers. Welcome back to another episode of Garthology. Unfortunately, Jess wasn't available to do something with us today.
She didn't
What do we do again?